Hey guys. Let's see. How is everybody? Happy Monday. See if I can invite some people. Okay, so I had actually a couple of requests for doing a makeup look like Meghan Markle's for the royal wedding, if anybody watched it. So I did some research and figured out some of her products and what's closest as far as mascara goes. And let's see, sorry, I cannot talk and invite at the same time. Okay, so I did some research and figured out colors and figured out a fun eye look that she did. So I'm going to try to replicate it. Okay. All right, I'm just going to quick clean my brushes. And just an update, Restore will be back in stock very soon, within the end of the month. So it could even be this week. What I love about Restore is that it cleans and it disinfects and conditions them, these brushes, and it never leaves them wet, so I can just use them again. There we go, that's a little bit better brightness. Okay, it's looking a little dark. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the eyes today, and then we'll do face so that we don't end up getting things all messy. So she did a like a deep brown smoky eye, and she has really pretty brown eyes. I don't have brown eyes, but so you'll just have to imagine them as brown. But okay, so I clean my brushes quick. Let's start with, ooh, that was scary. Okay, that's better. Let's start with lining. Let's do, so I have the Laura Mercier cake liner. It's the black pot for tight lining. So I usually will get this wet, and because it's a hard pot, like it's hard, so I usually just get it wet a bit with my angled brush, since I cannot find my flat brush, you guys. My drawer is just like a mess. So I just get it wet a bit, and you want it not like drippy, you want it more of a paste, and so that's easier to, and I'm going to use this little mirror here so that I can see what I'm doing. So tight lining is right in between the lashes. It's not actually on your waterline under here. Let's see if I can scoot in so you can see. It's right at the base of the lashes, and you're just taking this and just pressing it and kind of wiggling it between your lashes, and it just creates like a fuller, it makes it look like you're wearing like falsies without wearing any. So I'm going to start with that. Just accentuates the lash line and makes it look fuller. I'm going to get a bit more water and do that again, because it dries really quickly. Okay, now that I've got a little bit of a paste here, I'll do, oh gosh, my lighting is funky. That's better. Okay. And I'm just wiggling and pressing at the base of the lashes. Okay. And I'm going pretty much all the way till the end here. And just pressing it in there. And it's really nice because it doesn't like transfer down here. I don't get a whole lot of transfer. It just sits there. So it makes it look really nice and full. Okay, so let's go to the eyes. I'm going to prime my eyes with a Stay Spray. Just put it on my perfector. And this will help the shadow just hold for longer. Okay. Okay, we'll let that dry. So I'm going to do a brown eyeshadow look. So I'll show you the colors I'm going to use. We're going to do these guys here. This is Zion. This is Stay Golden. And this one here has got a bit of shimmer to it. It's called Finn. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Oak and a little bit of Coal. And this one is Rome. So it's a nice natural look. Guys, that's really bugging me how it keeps going in and out. Okay. Let's see if I can scoot in a little so you can see what we're doing. All right, so I'm going to do a bit of a base layer with this Stay Golden, this one here, with the fluffy end of the eyeshadow everything, and just in the crease here. Guys, I can't see comments if you're saying things. I don't know why. Sorry if you're saying things. I'll answer them later. This is just a really nice transition color. And she really didn't have a lot of color up here. So that's why this is a really nice natural tone. Her lids were brown. But other than that, she really didn't have a whole lot happening above the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to do a touch of Zion. It's this kind of rusty red one. Just a bit underneath to just warm it up a little bit. Underneath that Stay Golden, and it's a bit lower. Okay, so we're just getting ready to do the brown. Okay, so that's Zion. Okay, so now we're going to do the Oak, and that is this brown here. It's like a trustee. And I'm going to do most of the lid with it and the corner. So we just kind of worked our way down in a layer. Okay. All right, so that's the Oak. And then I'm going to do the Fin on top. So I'm going to actually take the multitasker brush and use this flat end here, and it will help to just sort of press on the shadow. And the Fin is this sparkly taupey brown color. Okay. I'm just going to press that on. It's just a really pretty deeper taupey brown. Okay. And not coming up above here with it. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take the coal, which is a really deeper dark brown, like a chocolate cocoa color. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to use this end. It's sort of the pointed end of the eyeshadow everything brush. And it will just help me accentuate this corner. And I'm even going to bring it onto the lash line a bit across the bottom, just to sort of smudge that out a little bit and accentuate that corner with the kohl. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side, little V, and bring it down the front a bit on the lash line. Okay, I'm going to flip this around, make sure I have everything nice and blended. My eye is watering. Okay. All right, I'm going to take this pointed end of the multitasker brush and put it in the kohl and sort of bring it down underneath a bit and even it up, smudge it out a little bit, sort of a lower liner. She had almost like a tight line on her lower lash line in this darker color. I know, it is fun, huh? I had somebody mention it to me, and then I had another girl say it too, and I was like, okay, yeah, I should really do it. It would be fun. So I did some research on colors, and this is what I'm coming up with. I'm going to take just across the top too a bit of kohl, because she really had a nice dark deep outline. Her eyes were really accentuated. They were her feature, her eyes and her brows, and everything else was very tame. Okay. And imagine my eyes as deep dark brown and not the blue that they are, and will look exactly the same. Okay, so I'm gonna take, yeah, it was so pretty. Loved it. I am going to, I actually don't think she was wearing false lashes. I actually think they were her natural lashes. And I did some reading, and she, I can't remember which thing she uses, but she uses a serum, an eyelash serum. So I don't think she was actually wearing pink lashes. Okay, I'm going to use Rome just up at the top, because Rome is the most, like, chill color. It doesn't even look like you're wearing anything up top. It looks very natural. Okay, and then a bit of Rome on the inside corner. Also very natural. Okay, I'm going to do my brows, because she did have a bit of brow filler. I need to clean off my angled brush, and I will use a shadow instead of my contour color today, just to show you the difference, but it's very similar. I'm going to use the same oak color. Did I see the hair makeup cost $13? On what? Okay, so I'm just following. I'm using oak. Following this natural. She has a bit of an arch and then brought it down to a nice pointed end. Just a touch of filler, not anything wild. And she does have a tiny bit of an arch there that I just accentuated a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, and then I'm gonna use my favorite mascara, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love it. It's amazing. This little wand is awesome. And it just curls and lengthens. And it's just so pretty. And she did have a bit of mascara on the lower lashes, so I will do a bit of that as well. Just a touch. Tiny, tiny. Okay, now that we are done with the face, and wow, really did it there. This is the brown smoky eye, guys. It was very subtle, but just enough. Okay, so I'm going to show you from what I read mostly how to replicate that with the products that I use. So, oh, $13,000 for her wedding makeup. I thought she just had her old, she just had one of her old makeup artists do it. $13,000 in products or what? What do you mean? I'm confused. Okay, so this is the Becca backlight priming filter that I love, and this goes great with mascara, and it just has a really like nice glow to it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see I just got that much on, and just watch as it just, see the shimmer there? It's just slight, and you can see I have just a tiny bit of redness that I'm going to, her skin tone was very even. She wasn't heavily contoured. She had some blush on, but so I'm mostly going to just even up my skin tone, and you could see her cute freckles, which was really fun. So I will do that too. Look at the fun glow that that primer has. Becca Backlight Primer. I love it. If my skin tone were a little more even, I might be able to just use that, but I'm just going to even it out a little bit with. Okay, so I'm going to take my color. I'm going to use Wheat today. It is this one here, my foundation color. And I'm just going to take a little spatula and get just a tiny bit out of the tin and put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take some milk moisturizer, which I am giving away this month. And we're just going to mix it and sort of make it like a BB cream. So I'm just getting a little bit of milk and going to mix these two together here. And I'm going to use my sponge, my Perfector sponge, to apply it. And you can see it's just making it a little bit thinner. So if you are a little bit lighter, I would suggest doing this with Sunlit. Sunlit's a great one for freckles. So is wheat, I find. Wheat is a little bit, sorry, wheat is a little bit darker of a tone. I'm going to get just a little more milk. This is a really fun little pump. If you don't have the new milk system, it's really cool. Milk has done amazing things for my skin. I don't have any zits anymore. Like, my face is clear and clean. And if you're dry or oily, it'll really like bring you back to normal. Okay, so there's my BB cream that I have made up myself. I'm going to use my Perfector sponge and just pat it on, and you will still be able to see my little freckles, but it will just add a little bit of brightness. Because she really was so natural. Loved her look. And a bit under the eye. She wasn't heavily contoured, but she did look a little bronzy and glowy to me, so I'm going to use our cream bronzer. I love how that just pops and it's so pretty. Okay, so if you're just jumping on, this is wheat. I made it into a BB cream with our milk moisturizer, which I love. And I'm giving away this month. So if you comment on the video or invite 3 friends to the group, you get an entry into May's giveaway. And there's no limit on entries. You can go comment on any of May's videos. Okay, isn't that fun, you guys? Look. So that is wheat. You can still see my freckles, but it evened out my skin tone. It looks very natural. It's very glowy. So pretty. Okay. So I'm going to do a bit of bronzer. And where did I put you? Okay, so this is Bella. If you haven't seen Bella yet, it's really beautiful. A little bit goes a long way. I just take the B-squared brush and use a bigger, fluffier end, this end here. Nope, Andrea, so I did the Becca Backlight Primer, which I love. It's very, like, luminous, and it's got, like, a glow to it, and it works really well with mascara. And then I mixed some wheat on the back of my hand and my milk moisturizer to make sort of like a BB cream so that you can still see my freckles, and it's just very, like, natural and light. And because I'm trying to recreate her look, so I'm using my products. And then I'm going to do a bit of Cayman bronzer. So she is a very, like, olivey skin, so I'm just, like, warming this up a little bit with the bronzer, and it's so glowy that it's just really nice and pretty. I get a bit more, do the other side. So I'm just, like, tapping this around in here, okay? Because a little bit goes a long way. Like, this tin will literally last you a lifetime. Yeah, so I love doing that. I used a little, like, spatula and just scraped some out of my tin. and mixed it on the back of my hand, and it just gets nice and warm. And then I used my Perfector sponge to apply it. So, really fun, cool idea. And look at how glowy it is with these products. I love it so much. It's so very skin-like and dewy. I don't know that I got my chin. Did I do my chin, you guys? I don't think I did. Did now. Okay. Cayman. So Cayman is different than, I've talked about this before, different than a contour. A contour would go underneath your cheekbones. And I didn't really see her wearing very much contour. She's pretty much all one-toned. But the bronzer I would put on like the tops of your cheeks, anywhere that you would get sun. Across the top of your forehead, maybe down the bit center of your nose, and the top of your chin. Okay, and a little bit goes a long way. All right, so that is that. And then as far as blush goes, I'm going to use these two tones because she had like a really peachy desert sunset look to me. So it's like a peachy pink. And so I'm going to mix these two for the blush, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm just getting a little bit of Frenchie on, that's this one on the end, and then tapping it into the desert sunset as well. Just like two of each. She just had a very light, springy, hey girl, peachy pink color. Jen, there you are, girl. I did it. You'll have to rewatch. It's been fun. Okay, so this is Frenchie and Desert Sunset mix. And it's just so light. Thanks, Lyrical. You're so sweet. Imagine them brown because I'm doing Meghan Markle's look. So imagine that they're deep dark brown. Yes, Desert Sunset and Frenchie is just so pretty. I'm going to do a bit of Frenchie on the lip, but then mostly the Desert Sunset, and that's this gloss one. And she just had this really pretty, like, pinky peachy lip. If you don't want to use your finger, which sometimes I don't want to get my fingers into this end of the multitasker brush. No worries, Jen. If you want to go to your settings in the group and make sure that you have the notifications set to always, or like you can set it, I think it's make a notice every time, or get notified every time I go live or something like that. It's one of those. Anyway, I'm trying to clean off this brush and show you guys. So if you want to dip into the Desert Sunset, that is really, really fun and easy to do. Okay, so she just had a really natural pinky, peachy lip. So that is pretty much... guys, what do you think? Do I look exactly like her? Hair, I mean, imagine a tiara. Super glowy, super fresh, super spring. She nailed it. So, I will let you guys go. So this is not super duper long, but I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something. Talk to you guys later. See ya.